What would happen if I told you that young jock, the man who once told us it's going down, went live and completely turned the Rasheeda Kirk story on its head? He called Kirk out not in a private message or behind the scenes, but in front of you. Better think something huge just broke when a man like young jock Atlanta royalty, who has witnessed it all, claims Kirk disrespected a real one. So, everyone on the internet, brace up. This isn't a drill, this is war. Forget the mysterious stories and Instagram captions. We're talking about a full-fledged live stream that reveals shocking facts and a stunning defense of Rasheeda, leaving viewers frantically trying to decide whether it was a subtle hint or brotherly love. Young jock has supported Rasheeda more than simply morally. Is this loyalty or something more profound? And why is he suddenly becoming involved in the situation after Kirk shared that crazy video? Was this always the case, or is it something new of a larger scheme because the internet is officially on fire? And when Jock speaks, everyone in the South pays attention. Stay tuned because this isn't just a live broadcast, it's a live reckoning. Imagine this, it's 8:00 p.m. on Instagram Live. Pinged and then, without any filter or pretense, young Jock's face appears. He is seated in his black leather studio chair, looking angry and raw, as if he is going to read the city of Atlanta its final rites. In less than 60 seconds, over 20,000 individuals were watching, and the first thing he said was, "I'm done being quiet, Kirk. You crossed a line." Yes, that's how he began. No sugarcoating, no easing in, just pure fire, and the way his voice broke when he said Rasheeda's name. Recognizing that this was more than just a video, this was a very personal matter since, let's not forget, young. Jock and Rasheeda had a history together before Kirk began playing spouse one day and ghost the next. This wasn't just a cosign from the industry. It was history, and Jock said that history had been formally disregarded by a man who, let's face it, hasn't exactly won Husband of the Year. In fact, if the VH1 Hall of Fame had a Kirk, would receive a Lifetime Achievement Award in the Serial Embarrassers division. Let's go back a few days, when Kirk Frost, obviously still playing games, posted a grainy but unmistakable hotel hallway video to his secret. A grainy video showed Rasheeda supposedly entered a room with a man who is definitely not. Kirk was posted on Snapchat. Kirk chose to remain silent and let the video do the harm, captioning it, "Be careful who you give your devotion to." The internet exploded, and followers quickly swung from being perplexed to angry to fascinated. But this is where things get messy. Rasheeda tweeted this just as the gossip blogs were taking fire. A subtle message on her Instagram account that said, "No regrets, just lessons." Some people interpreted it as a sophisticated retort, while others saw it as a confession. But the young jock is furious because behind that live stream smile and those amusing radio quips, when he witnessed Rasheeda being pulled through the digital, dirt live on TV, the jock clapped his hands together and said, "You guys really think she deserved this?" It seemed like he had been holding on to something deeper that finally came to the surface. After keeping Kirk down for 2 decades, raising his children, hiding his disaster, and continuing to attend every fucking hip-hop and love reunion as if nothing had happened, this man wasn't finished. You want to cancel her because of a hallway video featuring a decent foe, and the comment section went crazy, telling him that Rasheeda was too wonderful for him. Why do men only speak up when it's too late? But on Kirk's page, Crickets posted a workout film and a flex pic with the phrase, "Stay solid." There was no apology or video, but what truly shocked everyone was what everyone always wants to talk about: loyalty, Jock said. But ask yourself, was Kirk ever loyal to her, or did she just play her part in silence while he ran wild boom? The story suddenly changed because suddenly, the focus was on what Rasheeda had endured rather than what she had supposedly done. Let's face it, the timeline isn't lying. This is the same Kirk who surreptitiously conducted a DNA test behind her back and was discovered to have, when Jock acknowledged Rasheeda might have made mistakes, she never made his mistakes public. This was the same Kirk who sobbed crocodile tears and vowed never to do it again, only to wind himself in hot water for seasons later. Skeletons hit differently, and even more bizarrely, a source claims that Theodita Young has been discreetly texting Rasheeda for months to check on her, encourage her, and even offer to assist her move out if Jock always had a soft place for Rasheeda, as I mentioned years ago, and they seem to click. Have they ever broken up with Kirk? Are they just friends now? Or is there something more going on beneath the surface? He's been waiting for this moment, sleeping on Jock, and just as this story began to change, guess who unfollowed young Jock on Instagram? Kirk Frost may have been petty, but it also confirmed that Jock touched a nerve. And let's not forget Kirk has spent years building the scene, pulling strings and weaving his story, so he's not used to being the one on defense. However, now that the stage is burning and young Jocks are holding the match, what Jock did wasn't just regarding Rasheeda. It was about taking responsibility for a society that celebrates males as leaders while disparaging women for finally losing it. It was about publicly and unashamedly calling out hypocrisy. And while Kirk may be acting like he's staying strong, but rumors have it that he's been spiraling in private. According to friends, he didn't anticipate the response, didn't anticipate Jock breaking ranks, and didn't anticipate Rasheeda ceasing to defend him. He is most afraid of insiders because Rasheeda has always been the cool-headed peacemaker who kept quiet while her husband created trouble after mess. But if she is truly done, Kirk's empire may be the next to collapse. We're left wondering, what else does young Jock know? What else is being hidden? And most importantly, is this just the beginning? As he concluded the live stream with the ominous statement, "Atlanta knows the truth, and it's about time y'all did too." Those were young Jock's last words on that now viral live stream, and believe me, they hit harder than a diss track in the middle of a versus battle, because suddenly the Atlantans knew the truth, and it's about time you all did too. According to a leaked massage thread, the floodgates opened and old friends, former castmates, and even production assistants from Love and Hip Hop began whispering in corners. Guess what? The Jock wasn't bluffing. Let's talk receipts. From a VH1 employee, whose identity we won't disclose because, well, she still wants her job, Rasheeda has been storing a wealth of voice notes, screenshots, and video evidence that might permanently damage Kirk's reputation. We're talking about everything from DM cheating leads to off-camera arguments that were never included in the show's final editing, but rumor has it that she is finally thinking of utilizing it. But first, let's get back to Kirk Frost, the man of the hour, following young Jock's live broadcast. Kirk went into full damage control mode after Shade Room Hollywood was unlocked and 36 Twitter fan accounts were created. However, instead of apologizing or retaliating with dignity, he went live from a lounge chair by the pool while enjoying a drink. You're bored, huh, sir? A man accused you of publicly humiliating your wife for influence, and your first reaction was a cocktail flex. The delusion is Olympic, the caption reads. However, the actual turmoil began when Rasheeda finally spoke up, not with a press release or a paragraph, but with a single TikTok video of her lip syncing to a Nicki Minaj lyric. There were no tags, no captions, and no background, but that was more sources started to leak information after one anonymous blogger shared a video purportedly showing Kirk ranting at Rasheeda. This isn't even a shade of what she's done, it's surgical. Drop the receipts, queen. A hazy audio clip of a voice that sounded strangely like Kirk was leaked by another source backstage at a VH1 promo shoot, accusing her of embarrassing him by refusing to wear the matching power couple clothes he had chosen, saying, "I built this brand, don't forget that," while arguing with an unidentified woman. Remember that video that Kirk leaked showing Rasheeda with another man? Well, the hypocrisy didn't end there. The man who was supposed to ruin her reputation? Oh, guess what? A second perspective has emerged, and while we haven't confirmed it yet, we'll be happy to speculate. It appears that the other man wasn't some mysterious lover. To be clear, Kirk leaked a false video of his own wife doing a dance. He was her cousin, yes, her real blood cousin from Houston, who was here for a music video shoot. He carried her luggage into the hotel room while she was getting ready. You can't make this up, but you can make her appear like the bad guy over her cousin. That's the whole idea of this fake news station, and it's never been more juicier. Now let's turn to the fans, because if you thought the celebrities were sir, you should have read the comments section. Young Jock for president stated what needed to be said. Kirk played checkers, Rasheeda played chess, and while Kirk's play was going on, Rasheeda was too solid for too long. Since the culture had already decided that Rasheeda was not only the victim, but also the Phoenix and young Jock the unintentional hero, loyalists rushed to support him and the three of them. However, this is where things turn heated and unsubstantiated. This T-Jock and Rasheeda have been re-establishing their relationship on a deep level, with lengthy conversations and emotional support. A person claiming to be Jock's assistant DM'd multiple gossip blogs with him. We're not saying young Jock is slipping into that husband position, but we're arguing that if Rasheeda wanted to round the corner, the parking spot is obviously open. Meanwhile, back at the Kirk Frost camp, there have been tales of his skipping event reservations, avoiding requests from the media, and even canceling an appearance at his own Frost Bistro location. You guys may be alarmed when a man skips his own restaurant, and with good reason. Even Mona Scott, the queen puppet master of love, didn't do that. And hip-hop has apparently separated herself from producers, who are reportedly incensed at Kirk for leaking video footage that was supposed to be included in the opening episode of Season 12B. In other words, Kirk ruined the show's most significant plot surprise. Let's just review. Kirk shared a false video of his wife, young Jock, for free, without an NDA, clearance, or check. Mona is reportedly furious, and you now know what that implies for edited screen time, character burial, producer retaliation, and so on. According to reports, producers are removing Kirk from the plot overnight. Rasheeda's cousin got sucked into a mess for helping her carry her bags, and Rasheeda clapped back in code after dragging him for filth live. Did I also add that 2 days later, young Jock was seen leaving Rasheeda's clothes business alone himself? Well, cameras don't lie, so the story has completely changed from what began as an attack on Rasheeda to a lesson in despite the fact that we were all waiting for her. She never spoke up or revealed her husband's past. Instead, she let the folly fall apart on its own, and Kirk is now the face of How to Lose. A queen in 30 tweets or less, and the odd part is that this could only be the start because, if the rumors are accurate, Kirk might be sitting on a vault of deleted scenes, court-ready receipts, and personal voicemails. Want to defend yourself because cancel culture is already here and won't go away. If you thought the mayhem was over, hold on tight because this last act isn't just clumsy, it's Shakespearean. It takes place immediately after young Jock was seen leaving Rasheeda's. The blogosphere went crazy when he entered a trendy boutique with sunglasses, a sweatshirt, and an air of shame mixed with swagger. According to one insider, they didn't simply converse. He stayed there for more than an hour with the lights out and security switched on. Let's just say that the streets of Atlanta haven't buzzed this intensely since Gucci and Jeezy faced off in Versus, but the big blow came when a new leak surfaced. We're not verifying what went down, folks. Dropped by an unnamed VH1 intern who obviously put everything on the line to go viral. This intern didn't merely post screenshots. Oh no, they posted a full-time edited email exchange between production workers that showed Kirk was, "You're ready for the kicker," Kirk wrote in response to several warnings about his behavior, including the possible emotional harm he could bring to Rasheeda on set. It's reality TV, she'll get over it. Y'all that ain't just tone deaf. It's the producers are now wondering why VH1 allowed this drama to continue unchecked, because, in addition to losing a plot, they would also lose numerous advertisers. This is self-incrimination with a dash of arrogance. According to reports, companies have withdrawn their mid-season advertising slots from the network until Kirk is either reprimanded, demoted, or removed from next episodes. However, there are also rumors that legal teams are hovering like vultures. Rasheeda's team may file a civil lawsuit, claiming emotional abuse, character defamation, and the unapproved release of deceptive video. The potential for a VH1 breach of contract is even more shocking. Opposes Kirk's lawsuit for allegedly destroying the brand's reputation and disclosing exclusive video intended only for post-editing approval. Additionally, there is a power shift allegedly taking place behind the scenes, according to Mona Scott. Arranged a last-minute Zoom conference with leading Shawners, and according to the leaked notes, Savage Kirk has gone rogue and is no longer valuable. In the meantime, the new narrative on Rasheeda's rebirth is not merely a warning shot, it's a storyline execution. Rasheeda, who recently released a platinum record, shared a serene, prepared video from inside her store. It featured only her face, and the words, with no auto-tune or filter. Sometimes stillness isn't weakness, it's the setup and boom. Women flocked to the comments saying, "We feel you, queen. She's about to eat and leave no crumbs." That clip alone had 4 million views in a single day. The new Rasheeda era has begun. According to insiders, Rasheeda has formally signed a development contract with a competing network called Zeus, called Rising Rasheeda, a behind-the-scenes documentary documenting her return to her truth and young Jock, who is rumored to be executive producing young Jock. Yes, from comeback king to comic relief, is receiving roses for being the only man in the circus with emotional intelligence and a strong sense of compassion after she left the toxic environment. Spine and Kirk, as we recently learned, was unfollowed on Instagram by 3 of his own kids. Yes, even family has boundaries. Frostgate Protect is now trending, and Tamar Braxton even joined in, tweeting, "Rasheeda been to quiet, y'all. She is not playing, so you had better watch what she does." Next. Meanwhile, Kirk was reportedly booed by numerous cast members at Love and Hip Hop's reunion show, which was taped just days after the leak. Refused to film with him. At one point, Scrappy apparently got in Kirk's face and said, "You think this is funny? You're a whole embarrassment," forcing security to intervene. Kirk attempted to defend his legacy was destroyed. Rasheeda's Phoenix status was activated. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any more bizarre, he blamed editing, stress, and even jealous people for attempting to destroy it. Just 2 days before to him leaking the Rasheeda video, a strange Instagram page called Truth Hurts Media shared what appears to be a FaceTime screenshot of Kirk and an unidentified woman time stomp. If it turns out that Kirk's new partner was a setup all along, then everything is different since it indicates that he didn't release the video out of hurt, but rather as a diversion and a ploy to deflect attention from his own secrets. Guess what? According to some fans, the lady in the FaceTime is the same one Kirk was spotted with in 2119. Yes, the one who was allegedly only a stylist. To be clear, Kirk attempted to frame Rasheeda, but it's possible that he had a new girlfriend. If you think this is the end, you're not even close because Rasheeda isn't simply taking the high road. Kirk sabotaged a TV bag, a marriage, a fan base, and a business name in 1 month. Famous levels of sabotage. She's constructing a freaking highway that her jocks are backing and her followers are riding along with it. Brands are DMing her, and Mona is keeping track of the days till Kirk's contract ends. Kirk recently shared an Instagram story with "This isn't just a scandal. It's a societal change from silent wives to power players, from clout chasers to consequence carriers. Sometimes you have to lose everything to understand what matters." No, sir, you realize too late. There you have it, people. From toxic love stories to genuine ones calling it out live. Rasheeda reclaiming her identity and no longer hiding, and Kirk seeing his empire fall apart one clumsy step at a time. It all began with a small leak, escalated into a full-blown exposé that destroyed partnerships, shattered reputations, and exposed facts that some people hoped would never be known. Kirk Frost believed he was exercising power when, instead, he pulled the pin on a grenade, and he's now standing in the ruins of everything he created, while Rasheeda leaves unharmed and unbooked. The true question, though, is whether this leak was a last-ditch power move or if it was a cover-up for something else entirely. Darker, was Jock actually standing up for a buddy? Or was this his chance to take center stage? And what about the, unidentified woman in the side piece or FaceTime stylist? We need answers, but you already know that the internet never. Please share your theories in the comments section. Did Kirk set this up or was he simply careless? Do you think Rasheeda's wager will outsell Love and Hip Hop? Is Jock playing hero or trying to launch his own spinoff? Permanently barred from reality TV? Let's learn more below. And remember to like, tap the notification bell, and subscribe, so you don't miss any more scandalous developments or secret. These celebrities attempt to hide as they will lie if they do. We'll say it aloud, so be messy. Remain alert, and we'll see you in the following one.